live. Okay, I got 3.4, number 19. Number 1910. 3.4, 1910. A baseball is dropped from a stadium seat that is 73 feet above the ground. Its height in feet, or its height S in feet after T seconds is given by that equation. Estimate to the nearest tenth of a second how long it takes the baseball to strike the ground. Well, a baseball is dropped from a stadium seat that is 73 feet above the ground. So that's why you got the Y-intercept. So you could actually take your handy dandy calculator and let me pull it up. They've got it on the TV screen. That's a good place for it. Let's see. There we go. Let me get y'all pulled back up. There we go. And the question. There we go. And I'm just going to hit y is equal to negative 22 x to the second power plus 73. And graph. And it's in the first quadrant, so I'm just going to do zoom first quadrant. And we'll move back a little bit. I know that 73 is our highest number. I'm just trying to zoom out a little bit. And zoom out again. I'm just going to go to window. And I'm going to say -5, or that's probably good. Negative 20 to 20. Do not use your keyboard, Hubert. Sorry, sometimes when you use your keyboard and you're on the mouse, it has a conniption. So just bear with me a minute. Second, or not second, but window. And I guess I have to hit enter. 20, 20. And I'm going to go from -5 on the min to 100. And that should get it all in there. And you can see that, and I'm just going to blow that up just a little bit. So I'm going to go to zoom box, and I'm going to put my box right about there. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'll try it. There you go. That gives you a little bit better indicator right there. So we know it's being dropped right here at 73 feet. That's what it says. Estimate to the nearest of a second how long it takes for the baseball to strike the ground. Well, that's the X-intercept. So we need to find this X-intercept right over here on the right, because this one doesn't exist, because you don't have negative dropping balls you don't have that. So let's go to second trace. Let's go to X-Intercept, which is called the 0. And left bound is going to be right above the x-axis. And right is going to be right below the x-axis. And a guess is right in there. So at one point, let's see, it says round to the nearest 10th. At 1.8 seconds, it hits the ground. Is that a test question? Oh, hell to the yeah. Because that's a basic, any of these that have these quirky decimals or big numbers, that's going to be a test question, and usually on your calculator. Okay? Did we do the frog off the stump? Have we done that one yet?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's the one I like to put on the test. All right. 3.421/11. This is my least favorite problem. I hate this problem. A piece of cardboard is 2.7 times as long as it is wide. So it's 2.7 times x this way. So you might as well put that on the bottom, 2.7 x, because there's x right there. Okay, it says it is to be made up of a box with an opening by cutting 3-inch squares from each corner. Let x represent the width. So the width here is going to be x plus 6, because you got 6 inches up here and you got 6 inches down here. And then this one right here is going to be 2.7x plus 6, because you got 6 inches here and you got 6 inches here. I meant 3 inches and 3 inches, which is 6 inches. So the width, in my opinion, is going to be x plus 6, and your width is going to be 2.7x plus 6. Now that's how I would set it up, but I don't know. Some of these questions I've been known to be wrong. So represent the length. Well, that would be 2.7x plus 6, because you got 2.7, which is 2.7 times x, and then you got 3 inches on the right and 3 inches on the left. That's the 6. Now, I'll probably get it wrong, but see? So they might want 2.7x, because they don't want the 6 yet. I don't know. Yep, they don't want the 6 yet. Given the restrictions on x, what will be the dimensions of the bottom rectangular base of the box? Well, I thought I just answered that. 2.7x plus 6.
I think it wants 2.7x minus 6, but I'm not sure.
Why do they want minus 6? Because it's cut. Okay. Now you could look at that. Is the glass half empty or half full? Is the x going to be plus 3 inches or minus 3 inches? And they didn't really specify that. So it could be subtracted or it could be added. They didn't specify. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I remember doing this problem, and I figured since it was cut off the 2 3s.
That's not it either.
I don't know. Huh.
Oh. Okay. X is greater than 6. They want to know the domain. I'm sorry. The length will be 2.7 x. I'm going to go with plus 6 again. I may be wrong. And then the width, the length will be x plus 6. And the length will be 2.7x plus 6. That's what I just, okay, they wanted minus. Okay, again, they're saying that you cut into the length. Okay, good. Well, they should have said that in the directions. All right, now you just have to do length times width times height. And if you do length times width times height, you're going to have to take into effect the 3 inches again. And I'm not going to type in all that. I'm just going to put a 3. And they're going to take that length times width times height. And they multiplied the 2 right there. Okay. And then just solve it. Punch that in your calculator. And I'll take my handy dandy calculator. And I'm going to punch it in. And just make a note on this question for your homework that you are cutting the 3 inches into the length, not adding it. Okay, you can look at it as half empty or half full. And the question is not that specific. So y is equal to 8.1 x squared. I despise these calculators. I wish every time you put something, a cursor in there, it cleared the whole thing there. Today has not been a good day. I don't know about y'all, but this morning has not been a good morning. 8.1, I mean, you come down to the classroom and the freaking computer is still on the screen it was on Friday. It's supposed to shut down on Friday and start back up again on Monday. Anyway, x squared minus 66.6x plus 108. Yep, it's just not a good day. It's just not. I'm glad I only got 2 questions because I don't think I could handle any more today. The way today's going. There. Minus 66.6. I have one more screw up with this keyboard or with this calculator and I'm quitting. Oh my God. X plus 108. Graph. And that looks like, let's zoom back and see what it looks like. So we can get some kind of orientation on it. All right, there it is. So there's our lowest point right there. And they asked the length for what dimensions will the volume be 520. So let's do 520 graph y is equal to 520 and graph. And of course, we got to zoom out to find 520. There it is. So we got to find those 2 points. One of them's negative, so that doesn't count. So let me go to Zoom Box. I use Zoom Box a lot if you can't tell. When I'm having a good day and the calculator's not screwing up, or the operator's not screwing up. And I'm gonna Zoom Box the whole thing so you can see it. Some of y'all didn't even know Zoom Box existed till this class. All right, there's our graph, and there's our And the negative doesn't count. This is in another dimension. So I'm going to get this one right here. So second intersection, trace intersection. Yes, yes. My guess would be right there. So at 12.34 inches, write that down, 12.34 inches. So we got to plug that back in. So somebody take 12.34. I'll do it because y'all won't talk to me. So I'm going to get out of here. 12.34. 12.34 minus 6. 6.34. And that's going to be right there. Let's see the width. That's going to be 6.34. And then the length is going to be 12.34 times 2.7 minus 6. 27.32. Now this easily could be added 6 to it. It could actually be 33.32 and 12.34 if you were adding the 3 inches to the length instead of cutting it out. Cutting it out is minus. $27.3 and 6.3. I thought it said to the hundredth. Okay, I thought it said to the hundredth. I'm sorry. So that's how you do it. All right. Now, between which two values must be, okay, between which two values must X be in order to produce, from 6 to 800. So now you just do 6 to 800. So go to the handy dandy calculator. Graph y is equal to 6 to 800. So I'm going to put 600 right here and 800 right here. Hold on a second. I hope none of y'all are having a bad day like I am. And enter or graph. And it's not on the, so we're going to have to zoom back again. Now I'll tell you what, I'm going to go to window. And I'm going to change that right there to 900. Now this one is in another dimension, so you're going to go to these two. So I'm going to go to my handy dandy trace mechanism. And I'm going to find the first intersection. And that's going to be there, there, and over here is my guess. Now they were wanting the range. So that means they're wanting the Y values. So go ahead and, well, no, the Y, there's 12.92. 12.92 is at 600. And let's check the other one. Trace, intersection. And I'm going to jump to the next one. There we go. And make sure that one is on, yeah, that one right there. And my guess is right about there. and 14.23. So what was the first one?
12.9.
12.92.
12.9 to 14.2. 12.9. Okay, you're supposed to put commas in between them. I'm sorry. 12.9 to 14.2. I thought they were going to ask for the second one. I didn't read the directions. Use a comma to separate answers as needed. Okay, not my favorite question, and there ain't no way in Hades this will be on the test unless I don't know about it. That won't be on the test. All right, who's got a question on that one? I hope not. Here's one that just came in, looks like. No, that's the one we just did. All right, anybody got any questions on those? Okay, well, let's look at the questions because today is pretty much, we were supposed to have a pre-test, but I can't find it and I got to go in and find it. It's in one of my other classes. It didn't copy over. So let's look at let's look at what we got right now for homework. So assignments. Chapter 3 does not have a due date on it. So let's go and put a due date on the homework. Go to course tools, assignment manager. I will upload the test either today or tomorrow, and we will go over it Wednesday. And you'll still have a couple of days to do it. But I'm going to go ahead and set the dates for the homework on chapter 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. And those dates will be, let's see, what's today? Today is the 4th. So Wednesday will be good enough. That'll give y'all one more class to ask questions, especially for those that waited till the last minute. Okay, does anybody have any questions? We're going to go ahead and call class today because I don't have a test because I can't find it. And we only had 2 questions to go over. So I'm going to call the roll, and that's going to be it for today. Bad days. I hope it don't blow up. I hope the video don't blow up. Hold on a second. I'm going to call the roll.